Happy Customer Service Week and welcome to day 2. I am excited about today. We are focusing on agent retention and training. I'm excited because I have a treat. I'm going to share with you my line of communication with the front line. We're going to go behind the scenes and I'm going to share with you what I am hearing, and then I'm going to give you training that you can share with the front line, training that is based on the number one topic that I am hearing from your front line. All right, let's get started. I recently got an email from one of my YouTube subscribers. She found my website and emailed asking if there was any way I could let her take my customer service masterclass at no charge. She talked about struggling on the phones and fearing losing her job because her supervisor wasn't happy with her tone and with her attitude. Oh, how I admire the proactive spirit of this young woman, taking her professional development in her own hands. I wrote her back immediately, granted her admission into my course, and I invited her to set up a 30-minute one-on-one coaching session with me so I can help her work through her tone and her attitude. Please don't leave your employees out on a limb like the young lady who wrote into me felt that she was. As a leader, it is your responsibility to train your employees, to give them the basic customer service training they need. I run a YouTube channel, and it's one of the highlights of what I do. Every week, I go to my channel and I have this community of more than 21,000 frontline customer service professionals. That is my audience, the frontline professionals, and it is a direct line of communication to what the frontline needs, what they struggle with. The number one request I am getting and that I am hearing from my viewers on YouTube is, how do I get my average handle time down? That has been the number one topic since we were full throttle in the pandemic, and it has been consistent up through the filming of this video. How do I get my handle time down so I do not lose my job? Literally every 2 weeks, I'm hearing from someone who is asking, how do I get my handle time down? One man stands out in particular. He found my channel after he lost his job. He sent me a lengthy comment saying that he had been given warnings in his prior company to get his average handle time down. No coaching, no significant guidance. And when he could not meet the parameters, he lost his job. And he was thanking me that he found my channel, and he was hoping that what he was learning on the channel, what he was learning could help him for his next job so that he could stay within parameters for the average handle time. Because getting your average handle time down is the number one topic that I've been hearing for the last 19 months, I am giving you, as a treat for day 2 of Customer Service Week, a view of my call control training. Actually, it's more than a view. We're going to go inside the training. I'm going to give you 3 modules, short modules that you can actually share with your employees. You can cue the video right up to the start of the training and let them learn my best practices for getting your average handle time down. I have 3 steps. So we're going to go inside my digital classroom for actual training on call control. Share that with your team. After those videos play, I'll come back and say goodbye as we get ready for day 3 of Customer Service Week. When a customer is over-explaining, they're venting, they're giving you every detail of their story, they are stuck in the emotional right side of the brain. And the right side of the brain is where we are emotional. It's where we're frustrated. It's where we're upset. It's where we are when we are telling a story. You need to move your customer out of the emotional right side of the brain to the left side of the brain, which is where we are rational. This is where we are able to listen. Or at the very least, you want your customer whole brain. One of my favorite ways to move a customer out of the emotional right side of the brain is to ask them 3 closed-ended questions back to back. Now, I did not come up with this technique years ago, and this was, I think, about 20 years ago. It's been a long time. I brought in a consultant to my call center to help my team control calls better. We were trying to get that average handle time down, and I brought in an expert. And one of the many techniques she taught my team was to ask a person 3 closed-ended questions, and questions that can be answered in one word or with a series of numbers. And she said that when you get a person to bring it down to one word, you're moving them out of that emotional right brain to the left brain. This consultant, Sally Cox, that I work with, is a former trainer of law enforcement, and she taught them how to assert their authority and how to move things forward. And we adapted that technique for an environment where we're talking to people over the phone and we're trying to get the conversation to move forward to the next steps off of the phone. So I've taken Sally's tips, adapted them a bit over the years, but the idea is still the same, that you want to ask a person 3 closed-ended questions back to back. And back to back is important. One closed-ended question is going to give you some power, but to maintain control, you got to fire that with the second question and the third question. So when I say an open-ended question, that might be, what kind of food do you like? Or what is your favorite food? And that person could answer, Italian, specifically, there's this rigatoni mushroom dish I love in, Alfredo sauce. They can go on and on with that. So that is an open-ended question. What is your favorite food? But if I say, do you like pizza? That is a closed-ended question because people are going to answer that in one word. Yes, I like pizza, or no, I don't. We are going to focus on moving our customer to the next steps, maintaining control of a call by asking closed-ended questions. When I managed my last contact center, I had my employees use this technique, the 3 closed-ended questions, the moment that they felt they were losing control. We were in the car rental industry, just to give you some backstory. Here are the 3 questions I walk my employees through asking customers in order to regain control of a conversation. Take a look. What is your rental agreement number? No customer had this 13-digit number memorized. They had to stop talking to look at their receipt to get it. The pause that it took to get that number or to locate the paper to get that number, that pause immediately put control in my employees' hands. Now, to maintain that control, I told them they needed to ask 3 questions back to back based on what I learned from Sally Cox, our consultant all those years ago. And that's my advice to you. So maintain that control by following up your first closed-ended question with 2 more questions. The second question I had my team ask was, can you read me the location code? And that's located in the top right-hand corner of your agreement. Sometimes customers knew this number, but they still had to go to the left brain to recall it. Our last question was, can you give me the exact dates of rental? And sometimes people knew it was, one date, June 6th. But a lot of the time, most of the time, they had to stop talking and think about what those dates were, or we would just tell them where to look on the receipt to get that date or that range of dates. And boom, just like that, my team was back in control. The 3 closed-ended question technique works that effectively. It is just like that. It works because you're shifting people out of the emotional, talkative right brain to the left brain where they have to recall something. So something that they have to stop talking and look up, or they have to stop talking to recall it. So it's very much psychological. It also works because the questions are closed-ended. People can't give you a lot. They have to bring it down to give you one word or a series of numbers. The ask 3 closed-ended questions technique works. I have to give credit again to Sally Cox, who first introduced me to the strategy. I have literally taught thousands upon thousands of customer service professionals to use this technique in my in-person workshops and most recently my digital workshops. Try it out. Try it out and then come back here and let me know that it worked for you. I already know it will work because many people do come back and they send me an email or a message and let me know it works. I can't wait for you to have success with this technique. Thanks so much for going inside my digital classroom with me today. I hope the videos will help those people on your team who perhaps struggle with call control, or those who want to go from good to great with call control. All right, that's a wrap for today. I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. Enjoy Customer Service Week.